Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Another episode of Humble Beginnings, Great Expectations. Today we're outside here with Yah Nation and Jamil Jackson, coach working with youth athletes on how to develop their football skills and take it to the next level. Come follow me. Let's see what he got going on. And don't forget to subscribe.
Be humble. Be humble. Sit down. Sit down. Be humble. Be humble. Sit down. Sit down. Be humble. Be humble. Sit down. Sit down. Be humble. Be humble. Sit down.
Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to another episode of Humble Beginnings, Great Expectations. I'm your host, Jeremy Johnson. I run a real estate company called 7J Finance Commercial and Consulting, and this is a entrepreneur story. Today, we are here with Jamil Jackson. He is player development coach for Yah Nation. Jamil, welcome.
Yeah, appreciate having me.
Absolutely, pleasure having you here, man. Thank you for your time. First and foremost, for the people, man, let's tell them what Yah Nation is.
So before we get into just the brand of just understanding it's the development program, Yah Nation, we know Yah is for God, so Yah Nation is something that represents, it's a faith-based organization that pushes no doubt, because when you walking in faith, it shouldn't be no doubt in a way. So that's why we push it so hard. We do everything unto the Most High. So we first establish that when it comes to what we do. And then, our core values is, it spells out fight, faith, integrity, grind, health, and truth. And in the sport, in the world, you need truth when it comes down to it. And then also in this world and in sports, you got to fight. So that's what we stand on.
I love that, man. That's amazing. So, Humble Beginnings, tell us about, your journey and your background and how you got into coaching, youth in football.
Okay, so my background, I'm born and raised from Tampa, Florida. I graduated from King High School, so I went to King and also Tempe Tech. I graduated in 2010. I blew out my knee my senior year, so I didn't play my entire senior year, but still had an opportunity to go to college. The year I graduated, I went to Belhaven University in Jackson, Mississippi. The film that I did have, they gave me an opportunity. From that, I worked at Walmart for a while, and I was there for 6 years, 2012 to 2018. Left that and created my own board game called the Truth of Yah Volume 1 board game. So it's a board game dealing with truth. So if you see the Truth of Yah, Yah Nation Clothing, everything is a brand, because without the Most High, I would have definitely went crazy when I got into that word.
Absolutely.
But what really truly got me into it was I always understood I wanted to help and develop. Being in Walmart, I understood the purpose of developing. So I wanted to get into things like that. And my nephew, BJ, they call him Iceman, Brendan Jackson Jr. Yeah. Man, he started playing Little League and he took over. And I started training him, fell in love with it. And then 2023, I'm like, man, if I can teach him this, actually teach him, not just doing no drills, but actually teaching. If I can do this, I can do it for other kids. And 2023, January 1st, 2023, I went out, I started. I did free for about 4 or 5 months. And then May 10th was the first time I charged somebody. And shout out to Chalu and Shay, their son Zay and RJ. When I say I had other clients, my first clients, as far as paid clients, was them. Everybody else, I was just putting in the work, building my confidence. Because when I started, I was 290. Right. So I was like, man, who gonna look at me like, man, who want me to train they kid? And I knew I had to get healthy. I'm still heavy now, but I went from 290. I'm like 252 right now. So, but like I said, that's what really started. Training my nephew, took it in, and I just really wanted to train the youth. I felt like I can impact them and I can talk to them, and it took off. And from May 10th to now, that's when I counted when I started. May 10th to now, it's May 10th hit 2 years. This May 10th, and we took over.
Would you say, your injury and Brendan, would you say that that's the moment and the person that made the pivot or change in your life?
Definitely. So, and this is why when it comes to, and that's why Yah Nation is bigger than just football. So that definitely, me tearing my knee up, it let me remember how it was. I was lonely. You know what I'm saying? That's why that Booby Miles, that movie, when he tore his leg, he acting all hard in that locker room, going in that car and said, what I'm gonna do? And that's how I felt in 2010. What I was gonna do. My dad had his own trucking company, my mom owned home daycare. So I was like, I guess I gotta do one of these things, but that just still wasn't what I really, really wanted. But then I fell in love with business, and then also it's still teaching. Then my nephew, like I say, when I'm like, hey, I could just put it all into him. And right now, like I tell my dad, he the Michael Jackson of us. We didn't make it. My dad, Kim Jackson, he played running back for King High School back then. He was a dog. Y'all better look up Kim Jackson.
Shout out to King High School,
Y'all granddaddy know who that is. Yeah, my nephew definitely allowed me just to say, man, I love this. And he was the first person I saw. If I put something to it, a kid can show it instantly. And sometimes it's gonna take time, but some stuff you really teaching and be consistent. Consistency matters. That's why I'm out every Sunday. I train every day. If you be consistent with that kid, the kid gonna fall in love with the process. You know, even if it's hard, because it's gonna be hard, but he's gonna fall in love with the process and fight.
And with any, business or organization or anything that you build, your why has to be something bigger than just what you do on the day-to-day. That's why I love the mantra of Yah Nation is that fight. You always remember why you're doing what you're doing. It kind of gives you that little extra push. So that's amazing. What's a typical day look like for you as a trainer? Like on one of these days like today, what's a typical day look like?
Wake up, at 6:30 alarm come up, jump like the first day of school, because I be so excited for Sunday. Because Sunday, if y'all go through my Instagram, just what we do, Sunday never the same. Right. It's always something different. So it's exciting for me to see it. So that's why I say the first day of school, when we wear that first outfit, you know how everybody gonna react.
Right.
I don't know how everybody gonna react to the drills today because it's something that they haven't seen, from what we do.
Yeah.
That's how it is. So 6:30, wake up, do that. I get up here. They open at 8. I'm up here really at 8 o'clock. Start setting up to have things ready. I'm big on presentation. I'm big on that. So my life is set around that, organization and things like that. Give my wife a kiss. Shout out to my wife. Because hey,
always.
Boy, listen.
Always.
Hey, if she wasn't holding me down, I definitely couldn't be out here doing this. Whining. Oh, where you at?
Yeah.
Hey, you said it's gonna be an hour. Hey, with 2 hours a day, I was teaching. And all praises to the Most High for allowing that. And my beautiful daughter, Janai, my son, Jamil Jackson Jr., just had him January 3rd. So, yeah, it's gonna be straight smoke.
Congratulations, man, for sure.
So that's that. Get them a kiss, come out around like 8 o'clock and start setting up. And then we here from now to like 12 o'clock, And that's that Sunday day. You get up there, you shout out to the Most High every morning. And then we get it in, my team come up here, shout out to Coach Vontae, shout out to Coach Bill, shout out to Coach Jamie, shout out to Miss Lewis, which is our coordinator, shout out to Erica, which is our apparel representative, shout out to Kenzie, which is, you feel me, she right next to Mama, she our coordinator as well, but she gonna take over some other stuff we're working on. So I got a full team of us, young, hungry, black women and men that come out here and put it in every day, and we ain't selfish with this.
Shout out to the team. Shout out to the team.
And all the parents that help out too.
100%. 100%. Shout out to the team. And
one more thing, shout out to our enforcer, Nick. That's Miss Lewis, Mr. Tamaya's husband. So shout out to him too.
You keep it in the family too.
Yeah.
Keep everyone close. So how important is team to you when you're putting everything together?
Team is everything. So nepotism is big to me. So I used to look at nepotism. To be honest, I heard that word nepotism around like 2019. And I had just left Walmart 2018, so I'm like, man, nepotism. So I was all looking at it as my family, like, okay, I'm trying to get the family right, but nepotism is your family also the people that's around to help you build. So I'm really big on that. So like that's why when you hear what I say, like the circle, like Coach Jamie, Coach Jamie and his lady, they rocking with us. Then I got Miss Lewis and her husband rocking. So I'm really, really big on that. And the thing is, the difference between when I say a team, they can't just be a team to me if not being a team to them, because the Bible was like, who loved thy neighbor, right? So the question is, who is thy neighbor? We don't know who our neighbor is, so are you going to be a neighbor? So the goal is me being a neighbor. So right now, how can I be a teammate to you outside of being a teammate to me? So I asked them, outside of Yah Nation, what are some things you like to do? Well, I love apparel. Well, that's what you do. So now as you help building what we got going, you still building your brand. What you like? I love that. I love creating data, creating, coding. You handle all this financial part, and then you still build your brand. Coach Vontae love tracking. Hey, when you come up here, you handle this for us because he got a whole brand when it comes to that. Coach Jamie love pain, so he the person
coach.
Come out here.
Yeah.
So it's all that, So I think about everything, because if they can't just be a team to me, I got to be a team to them also, and that's where I feel a lot of companies, a lot of people in general mess up because they don't understand teamwork and they just want everybody to be a team to them, but they don't want to be a team to nobody else.
Yeah.
So it just that's what team mean to me. It's just everything. I got to be a teammate too. So that's a team, boy. Woo!
Man, what a great aspect of a leader is to recognize the ambitions of their team and using the aspects of the organization to feed into their ambitions, so they kind of take ownership of it. So it's no longer just JJ's organization or team or whatever. It's ours. So
Hallelujah.
they buy into it. I love that. So let me go back real quick to something you said in regards to the unpredictability of practice. Is there a method to that madness? Because every game is different.
Yeah.
So do you do that on purpose to make sure that they're not prepared for practice so they can translate that to how they perform in the game?
Yeah, it's definitely a reason why I do it. You know, and still, it's still gonna be a little bit. When I say it's different, it's still the same concept. It's still maybe shuffling or scraping, but it's a different way you're moving. Now you may be coming back to play side or backside. Yes, it's very, very big because one of our slogans is we're gonna create our team to our Yah Nation athletes to be an asset for their football organization, not a liability. And what happens is, you know, I was one of the ones too. So sorry to the coaches, I was saying that in my head and too. You know, oh man, you know, the coaches got to go out here and coach. They got to do this. But man, they got 30, 40 people out there that they got to teach plays to, because they could do all this teaching, but they lose the game because they haven't put their scheme in. So my goal is when a kid get a Yah Nation kid, they understand when the coach say 6'2", they go out there and line up in it. They can say 3-point stand, or they can say, hey, go to the boundary, go to the field. They already understand this because what we're doing every week is something different. So now when they go to practice and they ain't mad like, why coach doing something different, man? Why we do the same stuff? They used to doing something different. So now they can be a leader, you know, in their mind. You know, they can fight through adversity and not beat themselves up. So that's why I do this on Sundays, so they can be an asset for their organization and really set the bar. If a kid come here, when I say come in and be consistent, any coach can call out. If you got a kid on your squad right now, Yah Nation kid, and they've been coming here, you can make them leader right now. You go tell them something right now, they'll do it. They can be your assistant on the field, and that's what we do for our kids, so they can be an asset for their organization. So hopefully that answer that question when it comes to changing up. Why I do what I do is because that's what happens in football. So every kid prepared for it, so they're not whining. Even the parents are like, you can't get mad. Well, last week they ran dive. Why they running zone this week? It's a whole nother week, or it's a whole nother day. So he still got to remember what dive was, because even though we practice it this week 5 we're gonna call dive again. He can't forget that.
It's comprehensive,
yes.
So it builds upon one another. Okay.
I call it telling a story.
Yeah. From
chapter 1. That's why I'm big on consistency, because I'm in chapter 1. If a kid come every now and then, every time he come, he's in chapter 1. Next time he come, we in chapter 6 now. Hey, I ain't going back to chapter 1.
I need you
know,
here, yeah.
Unless I got time to go to do that. And that's why a lot of times I run over, because I can't allow that kid. If I see a kid messing up, I gotta stop and show him, because it's do something to me, because I know I'm big on branding. If I go brand the kid here with Yah Nation and I don't show him, now they looking at me, and I'm big on my brand. I'm heavy on the brand, the face, just how the Most High is. If you walk around talking about you follow him and you aren't walking not in his way or his word, his truth, it's an issue. So that's how I am when it comes to this.
That being said, how would you describe your coaching style when you're teaching your kids?
Well, everybody say old school. So and when they say old school, I'm assuming because I hold people accountable, but not just accountable. I force them to say, hey, you go through my page. A lot of videos when I say, well, whose fault is it? They're gonna say my fault. Because if y'all saw earlier today before we got going, one of the kids start pointing fingers at somebody else. Well, but he did it. No, it's a team. It's 10 other people. Stop pointing fingers. Did you do your job? Because I asked all y'all to get, okay, them two missed it, but why you missed it? Oh, I want to look at, nah, that ain't the issue. Why you missed that tackle? Well, I thought he was gonna get it, so I stopped coming to the ball. No, you better float to that ball. So, that's kind of, the premise of all that. Yeah.
Sounds like accountability.
Yes, and that's what they say old school, because the accountability we force them to have, it's like, oh man, they're just kids. But that same kid get in trouble, go rob somebody at 5 or 6 years old, they're gonna blame the parent. How many parents that you see that a kid did something wrong, they put in the comments, oh, he must want to raise right. What? He must want to raise right. No, that's not right. But then you see us holding the kid accountable. Oh, y'all trying to put that. No, I wish. See, for me, I had a mom and dad, like my real mom. I was raised with my real mom and dad. On my dad's side, we 5 generations strong. We like 4, 5 generations strong with our mother and father in the house. So I come from that. I come from discipline.
Yeah.
I come from seeing another man. Like, a man don't intimidate me. I'm not looking for a daddy. I'm looking for friends. So when I had coaches, I ain't looking for no daddy. So out here, that's why y'all gonna see today, man, I got mothers and fathers out here. You know what I'm saying? So, and then the ones that don't, they have father figures in life, because I got elite parents. When I say elite parents, it ain't just me. Their parents bring them consistently. Their parents making sure their finances okay to make sure they keep, they continue to come here. So, to answer that question, yeah, like that, they definitely call me old school because of that. But what I come from and what I've been brought up into, we big on accountability. Every time I got a whipping growing up, I knew why. And every time they get in trouble, they know why. Most kids get in trouble now because I said so. Out here on this field, you're gonna know why you bear crawling. You're gonna know why you on this side. You're gonna know you got kicked out of Yah Nation. Because if you ain't being accountable, I don't care about the money. Hey, leave. Because if you're not here and being respectful and you don't want to do what's asked of you, leave. Because it's gonna still hurt my brain when it come down to it if I allow. Because the Bible said a little leaven lumps the whole loaf. So just a little bit, 11, lump the whole loaf. So just a little bit of cancer, a little bit of sin, a little bit of weakness, a little bit of disrespect can fall into another kid, and I can't have that.
Yeah, that'll poison the whole batch.
It ain't happening.
Man, you said a lot of great gems there, but most importantly, the presence makes the greatest fathers. And I went to HBC, the prime HBCU of home training, and that's a Jamaican household.
Okay.
So I got my mother and my father. They were together for over 40 plus years.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And
my daddy 30 plus. They 30 plus right now. And they still going. And they on the way out here right now too. My daddy coaching me too. Shout out to Coach Kimbo. My bad, daddy.
I love it. And, you don't have to have everything in the world financially, but you got your mom and dad at home, man. You rich, and that goes a long way, and it very much shows. How do you balance the teaching of competitiveness while making sure the kids still have fun?
Telling the kids that it's competitive. See, what people don't understand, kids have fun when they're competing. Don't nobody want to lose. They don't nobody want to lose. Even when they lose, you see them drop a tear. That's why I tell kids, cry, but don't quit. See, everybody, you better not cry, you a man. Man, boy, I'm gonna drop my tear, boy, when I need to drop that tear. So competing causes it to have fun. But when you do everything recreational, it's like they know they're gonna do it. No matter what, if I do bad or good, I'm getting the game. You can't have that. So for me, competing makes it fun. So and then the way we create, you look at them colors. Like if y'all see the field, man, look at them cones. Them cones, hey coach, I go to red cone. I make it look fun. The presentation key. A kid walk in a brand new room like, mommy, look at this. Even though they room dirty, they don't like their room being that dirty. They just don't. That's why they go crazy when they get clean. So even coming out here, the way they see it, the way we present it, and then our coaches, man, that's what's gonna have fun. But competition breeds fun. Because nobody wants, so it's gonna be fun, it's gonna be hard work. And then we're gonna tell them good job. We ain't gonna just yell at them, we're gonna tell them good job when you do something wrong. Even if they do something wrong, but they did 100%, it's still good job. Because guess what? The last play you did it wrong, but slow, or wrong with no effort. So I think just us tell them congratulations and that competing part. And also me getting out there, stick.
Yeah.
Feel me? They're like, oh, coach, don't get fooled by this belt. I tell them all the time.
Yeah.
Like my daddy say, I am what you look like.
Right.
Because you got a six pack. What that mean? Line up.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So that's kind of where that fun come in at, because as a coach, they see you out there doing it. And I think that's the biggest thing too. They like, hey, Coach JJ, can you show me again? All right, bet, I got you.
Man,
you know
that's
what I'm saying?
prime
and we get it
leadership
in.
right there. What are the key skills you focus on at different age levels with the kids? The key skills?
To be honest, agility, movement. Okay. But movement and the football IQ, but I put all that together. A lot of people, for me, when I teach movement, I still teach why you putting this, like why do you cut back, for example? Oh, coach, because I supposed to. No, you cut back because you see somebody over pursuing. Don't cut back just to cut back. Don't cut back blind. When you cutting back is the reason why you cutting back. So we focus on agility, and then and we put them in them positions to they can move their body, because one thing in Little League, most people not gonna block. So if you can't move through them tight gaps, or you see somebody, they running a wedge and they foot to foot, and you got to be able to get through that, or at least press it and put that foot in the ground and get back upfield to keep your body square. So agility is very, very big to me on top of IQ. But again, IQ, I don't mention that because I teach football. So that's one-on-one. I'm gonna do that anyway.
Yeah, that's inherent to everything you do anyway.
It's really real deal agility, and then now we bringing the speed aspect of learning how to run, not just speed, just the form of it. It's a lot of fast kids that they come out the womb fast.
Right.
So, but they don't know how to run. They everywhere. They can't run in a straight line. When they run it forward, they run it outside here on the hash. So that's what I focus on, agility and speed, which Coach Vontae ran our speed department. So I'm focusing heavy on that, and then the strength part comes along.
Okay.
But definitely agility and speed.
Nice. That translates everywhere.
Yep.
On the field. How do you approach coaching a complete beginner to someone that, has a little bit more experience?
So you saying a coach that just like, how do I look at a coach a coach that never coached before?
A player, like a novice player.
Okay.
As opposed to someone that, maybe it comes a little bit more easier to them.
Okay, no, bet. Okay, yeah. So when I look at it, I ask questions first. So one thing we do before training kid, I ask their parents send me film. So, but they don't got no film. Yeah. Then I'm like, okay, bet. We know where to start at, because again, their parents like, well, my son can do this, they can do that. No, just because they naturally can do this, don't mean they know how to do it, like as far as like in a drill or in a time movement. So when it comes to a novice kid, somebody just a beginner, I definitely do a lot of teaching, but I just stick with teaching the terminology. When I say stick, this means stick. When I say lateral, this means get lateral. For here, so I actually really break down the terminology of it, because when they understand stick, get lateral, now they can do a lot of reaction. Because in football, especially for beginners, they like the read and reacting is so that's something you got to know in football. So with them, I really focus on a lot of read and reaction for the novice, and the terminology of the game of football. Then now the people that's kind of like they done played before, we kind of get a little bit more creative right now because it's like, okay, y'all know the terminology, let's get it. You know, played football a couple years. Now I can talk to you and say, hey, remember that game I just saw that film on? Because remember, I watch film on everybody. Remember that time you cut back? Hey, this is what I want you to do. When you see that the guy again, you plant that, you drop that shoulder. So with them, it's a little bit more advanced when I talk and not really going over terminology and things like that. We just getting right into it.
Got
and
it.
now I'm just explaining my drill and the reasons why on a lot of different
Got
things.
it. What type of player were you? Did things come easy to you, or did you had to work at everything?
I would say to people it look like it came easy, but I did a lot of studying. So like even right now as a coach, I study. I was in the lab last night.
Okay.
I go to clinics.
Yeah.
I pay for clinics. You feel me? So growing up with football, I played running back. So I played Little League for a little bit, but you know back then they had weight limit. So I played a couple games, but after that I got tired of fighting, having a trash bag on.
Yeah.
I ain't playing, and I'm over 1 pound.
Right.
Well, a little bit, and I still couldn't play. So that kind of broke my spirit.
It's
so I
a
love what
struggle
they're doing
in and
now.
of itself, right?
So my debut when I came back in ninth grade, King High School. Shout out to Jarrell Livingston. He was one of the ones that Brent Sherman, all them cats were the really ones that really helped me and pushed me to say, let's play football. And my ninth grade year, they'll call me a downhill runner. I was the one I hit that hole. I get it. I understood how to pre-snap read. Remember, I studied the game. So when I came, they're like, man, where you been playing at? Nowhere. I just studied. My dad played running back for King High School with Coach Severino at Greco. Back then they had Greco football. So he played at Greco and at King. So he was 33 and 34. I was 33 and 34. You feel me? So when I went there, I already kind of understood certain things because the way he talked to us. Because before we got in trouble, he'll break down football. You see, you do that. So we kind of already understood the game.
Yeah.
So I was definitely, it came easy to me because the way I studied. So again, I was a downhill runner, ninth grade. I went to King ninth grade, 10th grade. Shout out to Coach Garcia at Hillsborough, but his son, the third, I think he's taking on the third. He was our coach for our 10th grade year. I got MVP, most valuable offensive player that year. And then left went to Tech my junior and came back to King, but then blew my leg out. So, you know, I would say it came easy because I can learn from anybody.
Right.
You know, I learned from the scout team, whoever. When I hear a coach talking, I listen. When I hear a kid getting yelled at and getting snapped on, I'm listening like, okay, he getting yelled at, but how do I not get yelled at? So whatever, don't you hold the ball like that. I knew to hold the ball like this.
Right.
So I would say it came on because I'm paying attention to everything. I want one on the sideline playing with people. I ain't want to have, like, this war out here. I ain't looking for no friend on the football field.
I like that. That brings me to my next question. So what role does mindset play in developing these young kids, and how do you handle the kids that struggle with confidence and or motivation?
Well, I talk to their parents a lot.
Okay.
And their parents are very, very open. So like for example, I know he wouldn't mind, you know, Jay. Matter of fact, he right behind us right now. So Jay, he was one of the parents came and said, look, man, my son's shy. He got to work on talking and confidence. All right, bet. So that's a part of what we do. And letting the kids know, have a growth mindset, not a fixed mindset.
You dig in,
So just
okay.
really, really big on that because you can have all the type of movements and skills, but you got no confidence, it ain't gonna matter. If you don't believe you can go and get that quarterback, it don't matter what I'm teaching you right now.
Facts.
So I'm really, really big on confidence. So I would take a whole practice to make that happen. A phone call or me going to get them and sit down. Shout out my boy King right there. He was one of the ones dealing with confidence too. He a dog. Yeah. He like that. But he was already like that. But it's just the mindset.
And bringing it out of them.
So that's kind of where it's at. So I'm really big on that. But I let the kids know you gotta have no doubt. That's why I'm big on truth. You can't have doubt in this. You can't have doubt. If you're gonna do it, do it.
Yeah.
Whatever it is, you're gonna walk in it. You know, that's why the Bible says, hey, if you're gonna do it, it's no lukewarm. If you're gonna be righteous, be righteous. If you're gonna be wicked, be wicked. So if you're gonna be a good football player, you gotta have a good mindset. If you don't want to be that, go chill.
Yes, sir.
You know what I'm saying? So that's what it is.
I love that, man. What is your advice to parents who want their kids to succeed in football?
I'll tell them it's about football, but let them know like this can carry over to everything in your life. You know, because I don't care what you need a team. So I would tell parents, don't look at it like, you know, well, I'm wasting my time going. Well, you could be wasting time going to certain coaches, but every coach not bad. But I would tell them to really go in and detail themselves. Like before you take your son to a team, if you want to play a certain position outside of what the coach need, go and ask them a question like, hey, how many running backs you got? How many people on this team? They got 40 people on the team. Why am I going here?
Right.
It's 10 minutes. It's 8-minute clock.
Yeah.
So I'm telling the parent to, you know, before you come out here to me, because if you come out here to me and we get your kids better, but you can't get your kid can't get on the field, you're gonna eventually stop coming anyway.
Right.
So why not me help you be a better parent to let you a sport parent etiquette of learning how to go talk to the coaches, how to go, you know, look at a team and read a team, read a trainer. So I'm big, like before you get to all this stuff, man, make sure you go to an organization that's big on that, because everybody say they want to develop, right?
Right.
But it's hard to develop and put a scheme in. So let a parent know, like, listen, you got to find somebody that's going to develop your kids. Then when you go to this team, don't expect them to show your kid how to do a 3-point stand consistently. They got to know how to do that already.
Right.
They got to know if they want to be a running back, at least mom or daddy turn a YouTube video, let them know how to place their hands, how to how to make their pocket for the ball, you know, how to fire off, how not to false step. These are things that they gotta already do for themselves. So it's not more like a daycare. I tell parents, don't treat it like a daycare. You know, that's what you see my parents sitting right now. My parents stay.
Yeah.
I welcome that.
Right.
A lot of people don't want that. I want you to stay, let you see what I got going on so you can learn football through me as well so you don't get played by a
I mean,
coach.
how do you manage those expectations of those overly involved parents? You know what I mean? Sometimes they overstep their boundaries.
Yeah, when they do, I handle that. That's why I'm a man's man.
Yeah.
All praise to the Most High, all praise to my daddy and my mama, you feel me? My daddy definitely. So
Yes,
when
sir.
that happens, I nip it in the bud. But I think that the people that see it, you know, if they do come and play with me or play with my other coaches, it's something they want to do already in themselves. They want to be a trainer too. So hey, look, bro, go ahead and step out of me. So that's the only time I don't really have too much trouble. I can count on one hand how many times that done happened, but I nip that in the bud, you know, and that can go either which way.
So you foster that communication between the parents, the
100%.
coaches, and the players, and you just bring it all out.
Yeah,
You know,
I let it be known.
just
like,
let it be known.
I let it be like I let that be known. You know, and we got a great brand that we go by, and I feel like the parents trust me first. Now they trust my other coaches because now, you know, I make sure I brand my other coaches as well, and that's what happens. Because at first, the coach ain't really stepping on me as a coach. They like, I trust Coach JJ, but I don't really trust Coach Vontae. I don't know Coach Bill or Coach Jamie.
Right.
Nah, you got to trust Yah Nation. Don't just trust me because before you knew me, you had to trust me. And you step to the side, but sometimes I would say on me, I give a little too much leeway sometimes. I get comfortable.
You gotta believe
Hey,
in
you just going to come out here. Then sometimes I gotta, hey, you know what? Hey, let me relax. That's what, you know, Miss Tamaya, Miss Lewis, she be checking me. Erica be checking me. AJ, don't forget what we gotta still do. All right, and that's why it's good to have people around you.
Absolutely.
Iron sharpen iron. You know, cause when that time come, you know, you need somebody that can put you in that.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
What's the most rewarding and challenging part of your position as a coach? Challenging first.
Challenging is, man, seeing all those hard work kids put in and they go to a team and they won't give them opportunity. And that's why I post them so much. I post kids so much so that a parent can see he dealing with an organization that coaches that put him through the ringer.
Yeah.
So give him a chance.
Yeah.
And not, okay, the first play he may be a little nervous, he dropped the ball. All right, that's what practice for. Make him pay for it, but then give him again. At least put him on scout team. So I think that, like, having this type of organization and going to my players and parents going to organizations is pretty bad. And as a coach, working hard with a kid, really, really hard. And people can talk what they want to talk. Oh, well, they got to fly sometime. But sometimes, I mean, yeah, they can fly, but it's like, man, sometimes coaches, you know, they work hard with the kid. I hate when the parents they hop. You know, it's like, allow a coach to be a coach, because one thing about it is, like in your household, if you tell, you know, I don't know if you got kids or not, but, oh yeah, I'm sorry, you do. We did talk about that.
Yeah.
If you tell your kid, hey, no drinking after 8 o'clock, then your wife say, you can drink after 8 o'clock, it's confusion. So for me, I'm big on saying, hey, if you're gonna go to another trainer, at least go somewhere they don't do the same thing I do. Take them somewhere where they doing some push-ups or something.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Because I don't touch on that, really. You feel me? So it's like, but when it kind of, if I'm training for running back or training for this, let me do that. And if you don't trust me, just let me go. You know what I'm saying? Because I ain't begging nothing.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I run businesses, baby, like outside of this. Like this ain't, people look at me, I do
Talk
this.
that talk, man. Talk
You know what I'm
that
saying?
talk.
So,
Let me talk business.
you know,
yeah.
it's way bigger than that. So like that's the confusion part for me, because it's not about me, it's about that kid. And I know no people ain't gonna tap into a kid like I'm gonna look at that kid and say, man, that kid don't got no confidence. The other coach gonna say, man, he just trash. No, he just needs some confidence.
Yeah.
So parent, why take him from me? And if you're gonna do it, let's have a conversation. Give me an opportunity to say, okay, hey, man, you made, like at one point I ain't really train quarterbacks like that. Because of not that I didn't know it, it's because I want to work on certain terminologies and different things like that. And I want to teach more. They just want to throw the ball. I don't want to throw the ball. I want to let you know in Little League in 6U, they're going to barely throw the ball. Can he hand the ball off?
Right.
So I want to do stuff like that. But some parents want it more like, hey, I want to throw the ball. Or so I always stayed away from it. And not my parents. I'm looking at the Instagram, what people want from quarterbacks at a young age, they know the game. So for me, I tell parents, hey, go get you a coach when it comes to that. You know, that's kind of where that's at. But the confusing part is definitely that seeing kids not getting opportunity and they're working so hard, because the coach, they'll say, coach, what did I do wrong? I'm like, buddy, nothing. You know what I'm saying? I begin to the point like, hey, tell the parents, man, what you need, I'll help you pay for another team. Let's go to another team.
Right.
That's why I go and talk to teams. I got teams that, like Waterset Oilers, their organization, I let people know, hey, come out here. This field right here, Waterset Oilers, the Pinecrest Pilots, the East Bay Bucks. These are the people, you know, my nephew right now, he at the Tampa Bay Jags. So these are different organizations. I'm like, hey, well, go to it. But everything ain't perfect, but go to it and at least talk to them. These are people I can at least go and have a conversation with. Can they trust my program? Hey, coach, hey, I got a kid over there ain't getting an opportunity, but man, he really like that. Give him an opportunity. Let him fail. Don't you fail him.
Absolutely.
And that's where the part come in for me.
If you could coach any NFL legend in the past, who would it be and why?
Oh my gosh. That's a good question, because so many good ones. Oh my God.
You was a running back, so.
And all I'm thinking about is the old ones too. I ain't thinking nobody right now. Jerome Bettis. And the reason I said it, because they used to call me the Buster Bus. Literally, I wore him at 36. And I feel like right now, he had his thing, but I would let him see, like, they consider us big backs. So I would like that. I teach my backs now, don't be just a big back or a speed back. Be a complete back. So I'm not saying he wasn't complete back, but for me, everybody looked at him like, oh, he gonna just he gonna be a person that just hit the gaps.
Right.
Nah, be that complete back, go outside, inside. So if I had to train him, I would say, hey, let's not take on that persona of saying I'm only a downhill runner. I'm a running back.
Yes, sir.
Give me the rock.
Yeah.
You know, I can run people over and I can outrun them too. You know, give me the rock.
Pass me the ball too now, yeah.
All that. So
Right.
that's what I would say. That'd be a person, because that's a person that people that, and out in the newspaper article, they said, one of my coaches said I run like Michael Pittman, the one from the Bucks. But I was, okay, I guess. You know,
he
I
hit
just
the whole hard every time.
That's why I guess that was coming at when it came to that.
Right.
You know, but that was pretty much it.
All right, that's what's up. All right, final segment. Great expectations. Yeah. What are your hopes for your kids that you train both on and off the field?
The hopes for the kid is to keep that confidence, continue to fight, continue to know that they still got more time to get it. If they don't get it right now, you may be playing running back right now, but be transition to linebacker or something else later on. If you're offensive lineman, don't think that you're not a skilled position player. You are skilled. Every position is skilled. You got to be smart, just like the quarterback got to be smart. Don't put yourself in a box. If you're gonna be a football player, be elite. Be elite at everything you do. Be elite, you know, compete in practice. It start in practice, don't start at the game. You know, make that coach remember you. Make that coach, when it's 4 seconds left, make him over there like, man, who should I get the ball to? And right when he closes eyes, he see your face. Be that person to bring that light to the coaches, you know what I'm saying? Be a light. So I would tell them, just keep striving. You know, don't compare yourself. Look at other people, examine other people. Don't compare yourself to anybody else as far as like, man, if they're in that spot, it's the reason why. Sometimes a coach is hating, but sometimes they ain't hating. It's something that you're doing wrong that you know. So really detail it before you go to the hating point and point fingers. Really detail what's going on. Love what you do. And if you don't love it, step away and figure out what else you love. You're still gonna be a player in my book. You know, really do that. You know, I tell your parents thank you for investing in you, because it is an investment.
Yeah.
You know, they ain't looking for you if you don't make it. They ain't looking for you to say, well, they gotta take me out the hood. I know there's a lot of talk, but nah, they really investing in you and keeping you out of trouble. So take the opportunity for football, not just be on a football field, but also take it in the classroom, take it in the business world, take it wherever. You know, like I tell my people, and like I tell the kids now, if you're gonna be, because we teach entrepreneurship too. If you do work for somebody, I'm not knocking, I worked for 6 years. If you're gonna be that janitor, be the one with the keys, be the one saying, hey, it's a spill on aisle 8. Now, if somebody called out a miss, I go wipe it up. Be the person that don't just point the finger and say, cut that piece of turkey. When I worked at Walmart and I worked in deli, I ran deli and the whole produce area. But if somebody called out, I can go cut that turkey too. Don't be that person just pointing fingers. I get out there and do the same drills.
Absolutely.
Like right now, whatever I can do, I tell them, whatever I can do, you know, whatever I tell you to do, I can do, because I'm the one showing you the example of this stuff. So be that person for that coach too. You know, be a you know, just be a complete listener. Be all that. You know, just be elite, man. Don't have no doubt, man. There's no use for doubt, and it's no use. If it's okay, just because you're asking a question, I mean you doubting. So that's why I tell my players, listen up, don't doubt. Ask the questions, but when that question comes, you can't be mad about the answer you get.
Yeah.
So yes, you feel me?
Book of Matthew, let your good deeds shine so others can see your good deeds and glorify your Father in heaven. So that's what's up. Where do you see your coaching journey heading in the next few years?
Well, next few, you know, land. Shout out to my boy Jeremy.
We're gonna get you that facility for sure.
That facility for sure, and just being in a relationship with all the high school coaches, all little league coaches. So when people, I want to have a whole football field of coaches lined up to say, Coach, I need a lineman. Come out here and check them out. Hey, coach, hey, telling coaches to be patient. If you know you got a contract at your school for 5 years and I got a kid in 7th grade and you want to, hey, get out here and watch him so you can be in his ear. You know, it's no way if somebody stay next to a high school that he going all the way to another school and he stay right here. You know what I'm saying? So I want to be that person for that, do clinics, go around coaching other coaches how to be a coach. You know, how to really pour into the kids, how to study as a coach. You know, so that's why I see myself going ebooks, you know, classes, clinics, Yah Nation traveling, you know, Yah Nation hitting all the St. Pete, Clearwater, Orlando taking over, you know, a Yah Nation tour. That's what I see coming, because everything done blew up so fast. Like I said, we 2 years in and we done took over. You know, you come to Tampa, you definitely know Yah Nation. We got people from California coming already in the cane, people from Atlanta, folks in Georgia. You know, man, people travel. We got people we right now from Clearwater to Lakeland, to from Plant City, right here, right now today. So you know, and just keep building that brand. There's no Sunday like Yah Nation Sunday. It's nothing like Yah, you know, and letting everybody know we the true YN.
You know what I mean?
So that's what it is. True Yah Nation.
First. You heard it here first, ladies and gentlemen. Humble beginnings, great expectations. Jamil Jackson, Yah Nation. We're gonna take over the nation. Have a good one.
All
Coach
praises.
JJ, I can't lie. That's got a good ring to it, my boy.
Yes, sir. Yes,
Coach
sir.
JJ, let's go, man.
Yeah.